I knew how much you wanted to get a sense of what Donald Trump was doing in Mar-a-Lago. Now, I imagine Melania is like I would be shocked if she wasn't in a different wing of the
Right,
golf
right,
club,
right,
and they're just saying like, remember 30 days or whatever it is, and
right.
then you can go free. But I knew that you were interested maybe in just getting a sense of how Donald Trump is taking it. And
Yeah.
so we got a call. Apparently we were the only ones who would accept it. But
Wow. Are you kidding?
is he here?
Hello, Brandon. How are you doing this morning? It's so great to be speaking to you.
I'm not Brandon. I'm Sam.
Sam, you do such a wonderful job with liberal and with all of it. I think you do a really wonderful, wonderful thing. And I just want to compliment the Mondrian in the background. I think it's a beautiful. He was one of the
Okay,
best.
it's definitely not him because he would not know what the fuck who Mondrian was. So we're done. Definitely an impersonator.
You know what? The Mondrian is one of Disney Plus's best, I think, one of the better Star Wars. I mean, not a lot of people like Rise of Skywalker. But they love Mondrian. They thought he was really good. They love it. They love when they do a big cowboy on the Star Wars. I just love to watch it.
Wow. So, Donald, can I ask Donald questions?
Please, please.
Listen, you fucking fat piece of shit. What's going on? Like, did Melania leave?
Okay, excuse me. Melania is fine. Everybody always asks the same thing. What does Melania do? Is Melania happy?
I hate her too. She's a bitch. Both of you are fucking assholes.
I'm not a huge fan either, but listen, life goes on, okay? It is time to unite and to come together.
Oh, shut up.
We need to, okay. Listen, you had your day. You had your day to scream. You got your guy now. I don't know what you're so upset about. You got your guy. He's a socialist. He's a loser. He's a big, fat idiot, too. I mean, you've got your own.
Yeah, he's really a socialist. He really is. Listen, fuckhead. What's with Barron? I didn't see Barron at the fake goodbye shit that you pulled.
Everybody asks about Barron. Where's Barron? This is a boy with his own life. Okay, he's got. Do you have teenagers? Have you ever tried to get?
Yeah, I have one teenager, 124. Yeah.
I told him, excuse me, Barron, I'm president. We're going away now. We're moving out. And he says, 2 more minutes for Minecraft. 2 more minutes. Just let me keep iPad. And I said, no, we've got to stop. It's time to get out of the grocery cart.
Are those the only words you spoke to him in the last 4 years?
I speak to him all the time, but it's called AirPods. And the kids love them, and he's always losing them. And I'm screaming into the ear with the AirPod, and he says he can't hear me. I go to the other ear. He says, well, I can't hear out of that either. Because you know what? These kids don't want to listen, and neither do Democrats. They don't want to listen. They don't want to work together for shared goal. It is all about
that's so true.
And
that's so
5 more minutes on Minecraft and doing iPad and all of this.
Right.
So they're babies. I think they're being babies right now, frankly. And now they've got King Baby. They've got Boss Baby.
Yeah.
They've got their little
Listen, what's going on with Rudy?
Rudy is, you know what, Rudy? What we're going to have to see. We're talking to Rudy very strongly. And we're going to have to see.
What's with your sinuses? What the fuck is going on? We're talking to Rudy. What is going on? Like, honestly, what do? Do you do the Adderall? What the fuck is going on there?
Okay, so it was called 1980s, okay? And nobody from 1980s has clear sinuses. I don't know. Maybe it was something in the air. There was a mysterious ash that infected us all and made us very peppy. And I just don't have access to those, whatever you call it. I don't know what they call it.
They're called tissues, asshole. So what's going on? So you and Rudy he is such a fucking disaster. I mean, you're a disaster and you're a dumb fuck, but he is beyond, like, the shit coming out of his face and then sticking his hand down his pants. Like,
excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay, excuse me. Listen, everybody says that nobody likes me, okay? Nobody likes me. Nobody likes Rudy. But we have more support than anyone's ever had, frankly. Anyone's ever had for a presidency, for a lawyer. And everybody hates us. I mean, I've never seen so much lack of support for two people that we've ever seen in our lives. But we have such an incredible base of people who support us and love us. It's really unlike any president you've ever seen.
What do you think the IQ of your average supporter would be? The IQ.
You know what? With Q, a lot of people like Q, and they were listening, and they're really upset now. They don't have they feel like they don't have the leaders anymore, and it's really a shame because Q, this is somebody who would wear the big Flintstones hat, and he'd say, "Follow me. Where we go one, we go together, and we do it all the time."
So
now they don't have Q.
All right, shut the fuck up. Listen, who do you hate more, Donald Jr. or Eric?
Eric. You know what, with Don Jr., this is someone who is there for you. He's ready to work.
Right.
And he's a complete idiot. He's a total piece of shit. But when the chips are down, he is ready to get dirty and, take it where the sun doesn't shine.
What about
Eric,
Tiffany?
You can't count on Eric. You just can't count on Eric. He's
a fucking idiot. Listen.
He's off in the clouds.
Tiffany is marrying someone from a shithole country. How do you feel about that?
Tiffany, what are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
Listen, we're here to talk about issues. We're here to talk about real things. I'm not here to weigh in on the news, Saved by the Bell, or whatever the hell you're trying to push.
Right.
Because listen, I got Peacock and I wasn't a fan. You know what? There's too many subscription options. What happened to one option?
Right.
Okay. I want a $9.99, or I want to bundle with, I don't know, Hulu, Spotify, I don't know whatever the hell you want to bundle it with. But I got on the Peacock and I said, I want to watch Office, okay? And they said, well, do you want to watch it in Spanish? It's $2.99. You want to watch it, backwards? What the hell? That's $30 for some reason. So it's awful. I don't like Peacock, and I don't like YouTube. I don't whatever the hell you.
Okay, so listen, I really need to. I have another question, fuckhead. Listen. Like, you're off Twitter. Like, what are you doing with all your
respect the office? Okay, first of all, we have to come together and respect office. Okay.
Yeah, because you did such a good job of that. Yeah,
we need to respect the office because Michael Scott might be the funniest character that we've had on TV, probably since Marty Five.
Marty Five. Okay, listen. What are you doing? Like, there's no Twitter. What's your outlet? What are you doing now with all your dumb, stupid, nasty shit?
Well,
thoughts?
You know what? I like to queue up a couple autoplays of Bon Appetit and see what's in the pantry. Mm-hmm. And we just start throwing things together. Well, we were also talking about maybe arranging for a cross-country trip with Guy Fieri to, see some of because there's a lot of restaurants that you can't always go to Chili's. Sometimes it's nice to try mom and pop. So I thought I might go with Guy. You know what? Maybe we're going to do a Guy. We're going to check out different restaurants or something like that. Because there's lots of places in this great nation that people maybe don't know so much about.
How much do you weigh?
You know what? That's not really something that we need to be, because in many ways I weigh a lot, but in other ways I'm one of the skinniest people that you've ever seen. So we feel very strongly when we're stepping on scale that it's a very good number, probably a better number than you've ever seen. I mean,
like 666
numbers.
Yeah.
You know what? Everybody always says this is devil, this is bad. I think the other guys were much worse in terms of Republican. I think I did a pretty good job of just kind of not doing the job.
I'm going to say that is true. That is the truest statement ever.
Excuse me, Karen.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You know what? You're not president, and I can fucking interrupt you, ass.
Karen, do you want a guy in charge who's good at the job and disagrees with you? I don't think that you do. Think that you do.
Listen, Donnie, Melania put in the fucking tennis court. How many times did you play tennis? Because I know you're very athletic.
I love to play tennis, and I love to do sport, and I love to do soccer. Okay,
soccer,
I like to do boxing. Sometimes I will punch straight through a wall because I heard that an obscure New York socialite said something pissy about me. I will just punch straight through a wall. Billy Blanks. You know what? I love to work out. I love to exercise. and I love to be active. Okay, I'm probably one of the healthiest presidents you've ever seen. Frankly, of all of the current presidents, I would have to say I am the healthiest.
Yeah.
All right. Youngest, most beautiful.
Did you get the vaccine?
You know what? I don't think I need to do vaccine because I've already done disease. When you have the vaccine, that's for someone who doesn't have the disease because they want the disease. Do you know what a vaccine is, by the way? Little disease. It's Latin for little disease. So we didn't have to get the vaccine because we already did disease pretty big. I don't know if you saw, but we did a very good job with getting coronavirus. And it became disease really bad because you know there's a difference, right? There's corona, and then there's the virus, and then there's the disease. So it's separate things. With the injection, you're just getting the disease. You're not getting coronavirus. I think it's much better to get virus and let it see where it goes. Okay. You don't get married on the first date. You see where it goes.
Right.
You see where it goes.
I have one final question. How many?
Let Brandon talk. I mean, this guy wants to talk. I mean, am I talking?
No, he doesn't want to talk. He wants me to.
Karen,
listen, you can talk to Sam. It's not Brandon. It's Sam. Listen, I want to know. I mean, you got 3 Supreme Court justices on the confirmed. My final question is, how many abortions have you paid for in your life? Go ahead.
You know what? There's a time and a place for questions like that. And this is, by the way, okay, so you're feminist, right? So you know what we're talking about. We're feminists and we're women and hands off and all of it. So that is for a woman to know and talk about and her own story to share. And it's her own money to spend. That's ultimately what it comes down to. Okay, bottom line, this is a woman's problem. I don't think men should be talking about it, paying for it, whatever. You know what? This is for women to deal with. So in terms of have I paid for it? What did I pay for? Did I do it? I paid for everything else. Why should the woman have to pay for the dinner? So why should the man have to pay for abortion? These are traditional American values, traditional values.
Right. Well, I hate you. I hate
Judy,
you.
I have to say that it has been my fantasy to have the opportunity to for you to talk to Donald Trump after he lost. And so I feel
you're a loser, Donald.
You know
loser.
You
fucking lost. Everyone hates you, fat fuck.
Excuse me. And yes, we lost, but in many ways we won probably bigger than anyone's ever won.
No, you didn't. You didn't. You're orange. You fucking ugly. You're fake. Your hair is fake. You're disgusting looking. You're disgusting.
You know, when you say that, you are disenfranchising so many people, 70 million people. Okay, that's a lot of people. You're going to have to get along. Okay, either we're going to get along or we're going to start shooting each other's heads off.
I don't have a gun, fuckhead.
Well,
you should have
guys,
a gun.
Guys, can I just step in here?
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, Sam. I should have ended on the abortion question. Yeah.
Judy, I know you got to jump, but this was.
I can't tell you how much I love this, Sam. This was Emma.
I knew it would be cathartic for you.
I'd like to do it again. I mean, if you can bring on, I'd love to have Ted Cruz on or Josh Hawley. But Donald, listen, I hope you continue to lose at golf. Everyone at all your neighbors around Mar-a-Lago hate your fucking guts. You ruined this country. You suck. And I hate your kids. So have a great weekend.
There's no pleasing these people, Brandon. There's just no pleasing these people.
No, I understand. All right, well, Judy, thank you so much.
Oh, my God. Thank you, guys. Great weekend.
All right. There you go. I knew that would be incredibly cathartic for her. Donald Trump.
She needs to chill out. She needs to get, nice TV or something and just chill. Would it kill her to just, I don't know, watch one of those shows where they walk in a house and they say, I don't like the paint, and they go with the other house or whatever it is, whatever you calm down to.
You watch a lot of that TV? It's House Hunters, I think you're talking about.
It was a beautiful movie how the young woman, she walked in, she said, I don't like the paint. The real estate agent says, well, maybe you could change the paint. She says, no, let's go to a different house. Let's go to a different house and look at the different house.
It was not a movie.
Screaming at the movie. You can just paint over the paint, young woman. You can just paint over the paint.
That was not. That's a TV show. It's not a movie. That's why it was only 30 minutes long.
Well, you know what? I'm a very busy man, Brandon. Don't have time to
What is
watch
up, Brandon?
every piece of every movie.
You've confused me
You know
with
what?
the producer.